Okay, now I just say this though. We're about to get to the documents, but can I get to this? I didn't realize this didn't click for me last night whenever I was going off because it just did. I'd shared the video from the last dispensation of guest. He had a guest on there. His name was Troy Abels, but his guest's name was Janet Russon. And Janet Russon is the psychic or sidekick. Or last night I was like, she's like the Ghislaine Maxwell of Tim Ballard. You know, it's the same kind of. That was the impression I got when all the stuff started coming out in the lawsuit for Tim against Tim Ballard. And she just denied all kinds of things last night in that live stream that she had that I shared with y'all last night. That's what I was going to say. And do y'all find it odd? And I mean, maybe it's just me and maybe I'm getting paranoid or something, but it's just sus as all get out. Because so this Nothing Burger, right? She's not really, you know, famous or known or notorious, but she's getting there. She just is affiliated with Catherine Ballard and Children Need Families, which is one of their nonprofit organizations. Catherine Ballard is married to Tim Ballard, right? So, and Tim Ballard did like all kinds of footage and everything of when they went to Haiti to go and rescue this little boy named Marty Gardy. But this little boy in Haiti was allegedly abducted from one of the LDS churches over there where his dad was a bishop. So I want to say it was in the Abolitionist movie that came out before the Sound of Freedom movie that just premiered July 4th of this year. Took America, I'm going to say it, by storm. It surprised the box office and everything. And it's a movie that Tim has been sitting on and trying to get buyers or whatever, producers to, you know, to financially back it. Angel Studios is who did that. Okay, well, Angel Studios is, you know, sus is all get out too. They're coming out with it. I don't know if it's Angel Studios that's coming out with a near-death experience movie, so wait for that shit to take. Just wait. We'll be waiting over here in our community with the Mormon mischief, we'll say. I just don't want to embolden anybody or give them any ideas. There's also, somebody had said, and I don't know, I think I heard it from Mormonish, or maybe, said that there's a movie coming out about Captain Moroni. And I'm like, oh, hell. Dun, 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 dun. You know, we're going to have all kinds of warriors coming out, trying to be all big and stuff. It freaks me out. But anyway, so Angel Studio. So Janet Russon was the psychic that was there. And from reading the documents and the news reports that have been put out by Lynn Packer, Vice News, and so on, they've shared, you know, insights into what's been going on, what's being reported, and not just what Tim's telling you. In that Abolitionist movie or whatever, Janet Russon they didn't call her a psychic in the movie, that rescue op. You know, he referred to her as an informant. Informant is different than psychic. And so it's very misleading just by using that term. And there's a lot of things in the LDS religion that, in my opinion, are seeing Christ in the flesh. To me, means seeing literal Christ in the damn flesh. Okay. So I'm literal in that sense. But that doesn't mean that in Mormon belief, you know, in the Mormon church, Mormon culture. Second coming, please know this. The second coming does not mean what it is for me. For me, I think of the second coming as, oh shit, the world's ending. Okay. That's the apocalypse. So whenever Blaze Thibodeau, Brooke Hales and his sister, Spring Thibodeau, whenever all that came out with, you know, the second coming, that's not the same thing as their great and dreadful day. That's what they call it. That's the apocalypse. That's when things are, you know, going to be bad. So there's like 5 different phases of the second coming. Just know that. I mean, it's interesting because it's very misleading. It's very deceptive, in my opinion. It means 2 totally different things. Okay. Great and dreadful day. Okay. I mean, that could be Chad going to trial. That's his great and dreadful day. The loose description for informant. Yeah, very loose. But anyway, so Janet comes out and she just says, no, I didn't, you know, it wasn't referring to the Nephi, the ancient Mormon prophet Nephi. And I'm like, a crap. Bull crap. We heard it. We heard it. She's not just summoning somebody, anybody. Okay. Bull shit. Well, Salt Lake Tribune, KJ, was like, hey, Salt Lake Tribune, just put a article up about that. And so, bam, it's about Janet Russon denying that she didn't mean, that prophet Nephi. It was somebody else. I didn't even read the damn article. Okay. I'm just saying, how does some video, The Last Dispensation, how do this YouTube channel, have Janet Russon on there? I think for 2 interviews. It says 4 on his playlist, but they're 4 videos. But one of them's a short, 30 seconds or so. And then 2 interviews. One's like 50 something minutes. The other one's the one we went over last night and kind of went a little bit overboard. It was 2 hours and 8 minutes or something like that. But there was one that was not on there, of course. There's always a hidden one somewhere. But how does Salt Lake Tribune, how does her saying that in a video that was only viewed 4,000 something times? I checked before I went live today, here now. How does something like that, she's nothing burger, okay? How does that make the damn Salt Lake Tribune headlines? Please tell me. Because that's messed up, in my opinion. And that's very shitty reporting. Do better. Be better, If new stuff comes out, I'll just kind of put that by the, to the wayside. And I mean, let's not forget that Tim was doing the Abrahamic test, okay? Remember that he's said things like, what would you do to save children? Okay. It's gross. We see what he will do. Oh, and the other thing, but let me just finish, with the Tim Ballard crap right here. But he also referred to his storm, I guess you could say, as some kind of like, I forget the term because I got to go back and look in the papers in the lawsuit, but it was something gross. It was something light wand or something. Okay, it's so gross. So let's not forget. Let's not forget. I was watching. I'm sorry. It brings things up. I was watching the Susan Cox Powell documentary on this channel. I forget the name of it, and I mean it was like 4 hours. And the little boy Charlie does an interview with a therapist. And he talks about the dinosaurs and the crystals. And I was like, oh my God, is that Thanksgiving Point? Is that Thanksgiving Point? Want to know. Let me know what you think if you know. I think, the channel name is Dreadful. Dreadful.